All right, so what are your names and what's your major?
Okay, I'm Marina and I'm a political science major.
I'm Julia. I am also a political science major.
And are you guys here for a year, a semester?
The full academic year, both of us.
Yes.
And what advice would you give to UF students about going for a semester or a year?
I think that an academic year is definitely worth it because we were considering like if we had to leave at the end of the semester. We were not excited at that. We're glad we have a whole nother semester to go.
I agree with that. And then also it's just nice to be able to take the same part of a class and like if we have, for example, the same class together, Democracy and Development A in the fall, and then to be able to take Democracy and Development B in the spring. It's nice to just have a full transition into a full class.
So what do you guys think about the weather?
Personally, I know she likes it. I think it's a little bit cold. I knew that going in and I knew it would be a challenge for me, but I would prefer it to rain a little bit less, but I'm embracing it.
I love it. I knew what I was getting into. I'm from Ohio originally, so I definitely wanted some cold weather. I think that it's very easy to romanticize in this city, in this college.
Yes.
Like, if you look around, it's like castles and beautiful architecture, so I think given this setting, it's really fun.
So where have you guys traveled in the about 3.5 months you've been here?
Together, a bunch of the UF people went to Copenhagen and Malmo, Sweden, which was really fun.
Beautiful, because we had a whole week off that was basically for studying, but a lot of people during that week might study like the first half of the week and then go travel the next half. And then also it's really nice because Ireland, since it is an island and it's a little bit smaller, you have the opportunity to go all the way across the country for like a weekend trip. So I was able to go to Galway, spend some nights in a hostel or two, and I'm sure you're the same with yours.
Yes, I've been all around Ireland. I went to Northern Ireland, which was an amazing trip, and I also we've gone on day trips to certain parts of Ireland. I went to Bundoran for a kayaking trip. It was all very fun, and I've also been to London.
So if you were going to give advice to UF students, should they come here?
Yeah.
I definitely think they should. I feel like this school has a lot of good resources for international students because there's a lot of international students here, but there's also opportunity to meet a lot of Irish students. So
I think this is a great place to be if you want somewhere that's English speaking and a beautiful campus. I really love the campus. And very friendly people who are there to help you.
I agree. And then also the city, it's big enough that it feels like you're in a city, but small enough that you can easily walk around and get to school.
And easy to travel around Europe
Yes,
from.
yes.
So how is it making friends here?
I'm very popular.
Oh, what can you say? No,
I'm
honestly,
just sociable and very fun to be around.
Exactly.
So.
And as we were talking about with the societies, they're just very structured here, the sports teams and everything. So it makes it super easy to meet people. And a lot of international students are willing to want to do similar things as you, and even Irish students through this society, you can easily meet them.
And all of us UF people that are here have been very close. We've met up a bunch, we traveled together. And like you were saying, I found the societies are the best place to make friends. If you want Irish friends, you'd need to like talk to people in your classes. And if you want international friends, they're extremely easy to find here because like 70% of the population seems to be international.
Yes.
And they're always up to go travel and do
For
fun
sure.
stuff.
So how are the classes different than they are at UF?
I would say that they're extremely different and that I can't really gauge if they're harder or easier. I really feel like it just depends. But a lot of classes might just have 1 or 2 grades for the whole semester that are counted as your finals and midterms instead of Florida that's more diversified. So that's been a little bit challenging for me. But
it's actually different for me. All the classes that I've taken at UF, or at least the ones for my major in political science and the philosophy classes I've taken, have been extremely similar to the ones here where it's only 2 big, a midterm paper and a final paper, and that's the entirety of your grade. And I would say like the level of difficulty is honestly pretty similar as well. I really enjoy the lecturers here. They're definitely worth going to.
And they also seem to meet less times per week, but might be longer in session.
So what is some last words of advice for any UF student watching this that's thinking about coming to Trinity?
I would say don't think about it too deeply. Things seem to work out into place, and then having like a resource like the previous students that attended is really nice who are also Gators. So don't get too caught up into the details being worried about a single class not working out. I would say that everything in the end seems to work out from my perspective.
Yeah, like you said, don't overthink it. This is a very unique opportunity where in college, especially if you do an exchange program, this is probably the cheapest you're ever going to be able to travel for a very long period of time with people all in your same age group who also really want to go do things. This is a great opportunity. You should absolutely take it while you can and make the most of it.
Thank you.